Alrighty, so when we last looked into NEL's kit, the one thing that was missing were the values to truly understand whether or not if NEL is going to be a crucial character for the game itself and worth the pulls. Well, we have an update on the kit, the values are in, so we can have a more of a look to see what the percentage play are at hand in terms of the further support that NEL will provide for the team, and I guess we also get a little bit of a rough idea on what her damage output will be looking like. So I do want to take a look at that. Plus, it's at a good timing because I was about to go in for Gin and get the remaining dupes that I needed, but I've been trying to hold the temptation and just be like, let me prepare for NEL. Once I get NEL, then I can come back and get my boy Gin, right? But thankfully, the kit values are in. Alright, so when it comes to, I guess, the stamps and sets, I think they were already showing the percentage plays, like 40% on the crit damage, thrust damage increase of 15%. Yeah, so this was already beforehand. After casting a field ability, bonus status damage for abnormal damage for all characters increased by 40%. So again, this is huge. So obviously running this set is going to be very, very crucial for her. That's kind of a given. But I'm pretty sure the percentage value were already shown here, I think. Direct damage, dealt by ultimate increased by 30%. During the resurrection state, each point of fighting will consumed increases the damage of the ultimate green launcher by 5%, stacking that to 9 times. Oh yeah, it was the case, because I remember mentioning, I was like, damn, it's 5% short of 50%. Why not have it? Why not have it at 10 times? So yeah, I'm surprised I haven't updated that, but alright, it is what it is. Just so you guys know, with the value being pushed for NEL's kit, this was the latest update for her kit in the game files. So yeah, changes could come about, but from what I'm seeing, they kind of left it as is and just put the values in. Status mastery increased by 20%. Enemies hit by the ultimate green launcher receive armor break for 30 seconds, reducing their resistance to thrust damage by 50%. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there was this was heavy on the thrust support. This is the weapon engraving. Let's have a look. It is. Number of direct activation of green boost and the efficiency of applying green boost are increased by 50%. 20 stacks of green boost is what we can cap at. The damage of field skill increases by 50%. I believe that's a one-time deal, but that's still pretty nice. When the field skill syncretic 0 hits, it's triggered an additional green boost. The base damage of green boost is equal to 300% of NEL's attack. For each different status effect previous active on the enemy, the damage is doubled up to a maximum of 8 times. Yeah, so that's going to be a huge play in terms of setting her up with a given Kenpachi. Does Rangiku get away with this? With the status of the Astral Blade? Anyway, oh, technically she should. Okay, that'll be interesting. But either way, 8 times, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so getting that out of the way, we'll leave the dupes till last. So, base attack with a 5 hit, doing 223%. I assume is this at level 1? Okay, yeah, so I just had to make sure that the percentages were for level 1, and that is the case. Okay, so I was going to say, if that's level 13, Jesus Christ, that's terrible. So it makes sense that this is the base of it. So, good start, good start. Okay, so that's kind of like a regular hit. When activating, you get 1 stack of green impulse, with accumulating your spiritual pressure and field ability energy. So you'll understand, after reaching maximum spiritual pressure, perform another normal attack after the last hit, and this is where NEL leaps forward, dealing 279% of her attack, stacking 1 green impulse again, and also gaining 1 fighting will and 1 friendship point. We know that friendship point is to summon the brothers, so that's kind of stating the obvious, and that's more so, I believe, on the second skill, or the technique basically. And healing the entire party for the equal amount to 20% plus 400 of her attack. There it is. Alright, well, the attack is going to be very, very crucial in terms of us having to heal. I love the whole plus 400, so that's not too bad. Okay, so there we know the value of the healing that's been applied, which is actually pretty nice. Okay, I'm not going to say that's Yeah, that's fairly nice. When your field skill is active, changing your combat partner within 8 seconds of the final hit will automatically activate your counterattack. The damage of the spiritual pressure reduction of this counterattack are reduced by 50%. Damn. They've just put that in with the basic hit? Really? Alright, that's really good. So that's in her non-transformation state, when you have the spiritual pressure capped, right? And then when it comes to the transformation attack, again, you do 5 hits with the spear, dealing 330% damage. Once again, green impulse is stackable, and then the 5th hit will grant you battle will. Okay, well, I'm starting to see different terminology now. Okay, we'll see where this leads to. And then the spear execution, during resurrection, which is transformation state, hold down the basic attack with at least 2 stacks of battle will. NEL swings her spear, leaps, immobilizes the enemy, and detonates them against the ground, dealing 418%. If we get 1 battle will, then do we have to do the basic attack twice then? Yeah, because we've got to land the 5th hit twice. Okay. So again, good damage right there at level 1, of course. Activating, again, will be able to stack 1 green impulse. Activating this ability consumes 2 stacks of battle will and can be chained directly onto the 4th hit of a basic attack. Okay, so there's the cycle that I'm seeing right now. I was going to say, where's the catch? You know, there's got to be some form of cheat code to get to that 5th hit a lot sooner. There's the catch. Okay, so that's going to be good cycling. Alright, so that's the basic attack. Looking at the technique, swift slash, NEL performs 2 slashes, following by a powerful kick. 453%, level 1. Green boost is stackable on that one, while accumulating her spiritual pressure and field ability energy raises. Yeah, while accumulating, yeah, so it does rise. Upon release, she will gain 2 fighting will and 2 friendship points. Okay, I was gonna say, isn't that what we need? No, we need battle will. Okay, that's fine. When she transforms, NEL throws her spear, dealing 67%. That's that can't be level 1. And applying 10 stacks of green boost. Oh, that might be the reason why it's so low. Okay, hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. That might be the reason. After using the flying throw, if fighting will is above 2, press the taking button again. NEL teleports next to the enemy, draws her spear, and charges again, dealing 606 of her attack and activating 1 stack of green boost. Pulling nearby enemies along during the technique. This technique consumes 2 fighting will and increases the cooldown of normal attacks by 8 seconds and can be chained directly with the 4th hit of the basic attack. That will then lead into spear execution being a thing. Okay, so fighting will, again, we need 2 of that to ignite the technique of the second part of it, as you could say. Good damage being applied, so there's that. But this makes sense. If that 10 stack of green boost is being thrown, well, is being given to us through the throwing of the spear, then I suspect the green boost, whatever this is, might be pretty crazy. But okay, that's good to know. Ultimate now unleashes a power that unbucked her, transforms into Antelope Knight and charges at the target, dealing 831 of attack, stacking 1 green impulse. After transformation, all her attacks are empowered and she gains Iron Body and a shield equal to 40% plus 800 of her attack. Okay, that's huge. That's really huge. The field skills combined and syncretic 0 cannot be activated during the state. That makes sense. Green Launcher is in her transformation attack. When ultimate energy is the maximum, NEL focuses her spiritual pressure and launches her attack, dealing 1,390. The damage and spiritual pressure reduction of the counterattack are reduced by 50%. Oh, that's the whole switchable thing that we've seen with like Aizen, and that's also implemented on her basic attack rather than her just ultimate. So there you go, fair play. Okay, so that's that. What's the counterattack looking like? So 340% on the counterattack. 1 stack of green impulse is applicable. Upon impact, she can accumulate her spiritual pressure and field ability. Chained in with the 4th hit of the basic attack. A successful counterattack grants 1 fighting will for 1 friendship point. Okay, that was the same as before. Transformation counterattack does 520%, so obviously more damage. You get 1 stack of green impulse. Okay, that's fine. Upon impact, it can be directly chained into the 4th attack. This ability can be manually activated by holding counterattack, consuming 3 stacks of fighting will. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, well, then again, if a counterattack is triggerable, then this does Loki kind of make sense. Okay, fair play. So that's the transformation version of it. Field ability. When Nell's field skill is active, all allies gain 60% status. Oh, that abnormal play is going to be beautiful. 60%? God damn. Yeah, boys. That is crazy. If they commit to this, that is huge. Oh, yeah. That abnormal play right now is looking disgusting. Her field skill consumes 2 types of energy, field skill energy and friendship points corresponding to combo attacks and syncretic 0. Both are gained through Nell's attacks with a 0.2 second cooldown. Combo attack, when an other ally's attack hits enemies, they automatically consume 10 field skill energy and trigger Nell's combo attack, which deals 6% of her attack damage and applies 10 stacks of green boost. If the enemy is hit again within 2 seconds by another stats effect, an additional combo attack is triggered, but without consuming field skill points. Minus 2 minus seconds cooldown. Yeah, each trigger grants 1 friendship point. Syncretic 0, when friendship point reaches 15, Pesh and Dunchaka appear and perform the syncretic 0 in front of Nell, dealing 753 of her attack. Yeah, so okay, that makes sense on how that's been applied. Right, so the field skill is, well, that is still beautiful. Damage looking extremely good. 10 stacked is being applicable. Okay, what is this green boost? Most of Nell's attacks trigger green boost, yes. Dealing status damage equal to 100% of her attack and applying 1 stack of green boost. Each stack reduces the enemy's status resistance by 2.5% for 15 seconds. Stacking attack. Oh, this makes sense. Wait a minute. So that means we can just, okay, hold up. We can just pretty much flat out get that 25% resistance. Is it universal resistance drop? Because I'm not really seeing anything to say thrust primarily. If this, well, it doesn't say thrust, so I assume this is going to be universal. So the fact that it stacks up to 10 times and that 10 times is applicable in an instant, making it so that we're guaranteed that 25% resistance drop. This green boost is making a lot of sense right now and how important it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, this sounds... who thinks it's going to be another Kenpachi moment? Oh my god, his elite kit looks amazing. Character drops. Wait a minute. Who is this? Anyway, the direct damage of green boost increases by 30%. Okay, so there's that correlation. While the resurrection state shield is active, Nell attack increase. Oh wow. So, okay, that's nice. Not only is she having shield for survivability and able to tank, but yeah, more attack while she has it. W. That's huge. Oh, the crit probability goes up by 18.75. So that's what I wanted to know initially. I wanted to know what the crit probability would be for Nell through that passive. So it's 18.7. I assume that's level 1, which means it can be raised. Okay, yeah. So these can still go up in value. The values of these can still go up. This is level 1. Oh, yeah, lower level basically. Okay, first 2 dupes, crucial. And that is a given. It's kind of like a staple now for Bleach, that whenever a new character releases, like, as long as you get the first 2 dupes, you're chilling. As if you really want to go into dupes. Her overall kit without the dupes is pretty, well, it's really solid for the abnormal strategic play support. But going into the dupes, these are just levels above. So that is huge. Glad they kept that. Each time an ally casts counterattack, no critical chance increases by 20% and critical damage. Okay, so I believe the percentage play on the dupes were actually kept the same. Because I remember the 20% and the 40%. I think this was at 20%. Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway. Oh yeah, and then this is for the transformation state where it won't end, the fighting will, and it will be immediately restored to maximum. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Yeah, I think the dupes percentages or the values were the same as before to what we've already seen. So good thing that they haven't changed that. Good thing that they haven't changed that. But yeah, now that we've got the values within the overall kit, we can see Nell in a much brighter light on how great of a character she will be. And as as it stands, she is definitely going to be on Aizen's level from the info that we have here. Obviously, we've been in this situation before with this big man himself, where we saw his info beforehand, he releases, unfortunately changes came about, he just didn't hit, it wasn't what we read initially, but then his kit was updated and they made this man back to where he was supposed to be, a god of a unit. So that being said, I don't think they'll make that same mistake. So I think we are good to go with this release of NEL. So honestly, she's definitely a meta character. She is going to be a key important character if you're wanting to achieve more and have the best team possible, especially with where the game is at with the DPS and the strategic play on hand with the whole normal side of it, and even going forward with how this will affect Grimjow specifically, because we know that he has some form of normal play continuing on. Yeah, NEL will be a very, very important character. So seeing all of that puts me at ease. Again, I'll come back to you at a later time. I need to make sure that I have more than enough, because I want to max her. NEL, we've got to do it. She's going to be an insane character that will elevate the main DPSs, and on top of that, she herself will be doing disgusting amount of damage. We want that. So that is where my final verdict is in terms of how NEL is looking with the new values being pushed on her kit. Boys, she is looking broken to the T for the abnormal play, let me tell you. So I'm prepared, I'm ready, we're going all in. We're going all in.